Welcome to Outreach News. Today we'll be talking about 211, the different services that 211 has to offer. And all information given about 211 is off of their website. The first on 211.org that we're going to cover is crisis. Are you in an emotionally abusive or physically dangerous relationship? Are you struggling with bullying, sexual assault, alcohol abuse, or suicidal thoughts? Do you just need help finding a therapist or support group? 211 is your first step on a path to safety and well-being. They're a confidential, judgment-free, cost-free resource to aid women, men, teens, and children who find themselves in situations of emotional and physical abuse or who need help getting out of dangerous or threatening living situations. They can help you recognize the signs of bullying and abuse and provide you with information about emergency shelters and safe houses, as well as programs that provide a safe and confidential path out of domestic violence and emotional abuse. Don't wait another day. 211 can get your life-saving help when you don't know where to turn. Start here for critical support and prevention programs to help prevent and survive bullying, sexual assault, and alcohol abuse. No matter what problems you are dealing with, they're here to help. Learn about programs that offer temporary shelters and care for infants and children who have been subjected to abuse and neglect. They're also there to connect you to runaway and youth shelters that provide security and comfort where it isn't safe to return home or remain on the streets. 211 also provides information about counseling programs and support groups to help you reestablish your safety and your independence. Because everyone deserves the right to live free and without fear. Next on their page is emergencies and disasters. Next on their list is emergencies and disasters. As their partners, and their neighbors respond to and recover from recent tragic events, they have collected resources that may help you and your loved ones access services locally and across the country, which you can find on their page or by calling your local 211. If you experience a medical emergency, please call 911. Find local information at any time. Call 211 from any landline or cell phone to talk to a specialist near you for help related to natural disasters or everyday needs. You can also locate the closest 211 provider by searching your zip code or state and city on this website. Find emotional support through the National Disaster Distress Helpline. If you or a loved one is having difficult time coping with recent disasters emotionally or mentally, the Disaster Distress Hotline is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and in many languages. Individuals can call the helpline at 1-800-985-5990 or text Talk With Us to 66746. If you speak Spanish, you can access the helpline at the same number or by texting Hablanos to 66746. If in Puerto Rico, call 1-212-461-4635. This helpline is staffed by trained crisis counselors. The next on their page is food. More than 49 million Americans live in households that don't have enough food to feed their families every day. Yet our country produces enough food to feed everyone. If you live in one of those households, you're not alone. 211 can connect you with programs that can help. 211 provides information about school lunch programs and summer food services programs for children. You can get information on government-sponsored programs that reduce hunger and find out if you qualify for supplemental nutrition assistance program, which helps millions of Americans purchase food through grocery stores, farmers markets, and restaurants. To learn more about the benefits of the special supplemental nutrition program for women, infants, and children, WIC, which provides food and nutrition education to new mothers, infants, and children up to age 5. Contact 211 is your resource for much more than food assistance and nutrition education. They put you in touch with in-home meal delivery services, seasonal meals and soup kitchens, community gardening support, and volunteer opportunities. No matter your age, health, or income level, they're here to make sure you have everything you need for a lifetime of good health. Next on their page, 211.org, is health. Everyone deserves a lifetime of good health. 211 has information about health care services for infants and new parents and child care services for working parents. Whether you're in need of medical, dental, mental health, or in-home health care, 211 is your first resource. Next on 211.org website is health. Everyone deserves a lifetime of good health. 211 has information about health care services for infants and new parents and child care services for working parents. Whether you're in need of medical, dental, mental health, or in-home health care, 211 is your first resource. Access to good quality, affordable health care is within your reach. Do you need help making sense of Affordable Care Act, Medicare, Medicaid, or children's health care? Do you want to know more about your health care rights? Have you been recently diagnosed with an illness and need information about medical support programs? 211 can help you untangle the complex web of health care options and connect you to local health and human services agencies that are designed to support you through illness and keep you on track of good health. 211 also has information about nutrition and wellness programs, as well as prescription assistance services and medical transportation options. You can use 211 to find resources that offer free and confidential help with drug and alcohol addictions, support, and rehabilitation. Next on 211.org, they offer housing and utilities. If you're looking for access to safe, habitable, and clean housing, 211 can help. Whether you're in need of new housing, utilities assistance, or financial support for much needed home repairs, they can direct you to the right resources. Start there to find emergency shelters for individuals and families in crisis. Learn about programs that offer rental assistance, subsidized housing, and housing vouchers that can help families, the elderly, and disabled individuals pay for housing. If you're struggling to keep up with your energy and utility bills, use 211 to find programs in your area that assist in bridging the financial gap. If you're a homeowner, you may be able to take advantage of programs that provide loans and grants for much needed repairs, including removing health and safety hazards. For renters, they offer information on fair housing and transitional housing options in your area. They can connect you to housing alternatives for the elderly and individuals who need support due to mental illness, disability, or substance abuse, so that everyone can have a safe and warm place to call home. Next on 211.org is human trafficking. Human trafficking is modern slavery, and it happens right here in America. Human trafficking is the exploitation of a person through force, fraud, for labor, or commercial sex against their will. Often, this is associated with sex trafficking, but it can take many forms, including child labor, domestic servitude, and migrant working. Human trafficking affects every corner of the earth, from rural to urban areas, regardless of a nation's wealth. It can happen anywhere, in homes and on the streets, in factories and mines, and on farms and in fields. It is estimated that there are more than 20 million victims of human trafficking worldwide, including more than 64,000 right here in North America. Victims of human trafficking include men, women, and children from all walks of life and different classes. They are often forced into servitude in the commercial sex industry, as well as forced labor, where they work for little or no pay under highly exploitive conditions. They may be held against their will or manipulated into servitude for individuals, families, or networks of traffickers. Traffickers can exploit victims by targeting their vulnerabilities, controlling them with threats, and or using physical force. Sometimes people who are being manipulated or psychologically coerced into servitude don't realize they are victims of human trafficking. Often, victims can't access help on their own. You can help by learning to recognize the signs associated with trafficking. 211 is partnering with the National Human Trafficking Resource Center to connect you to life-saving information and support systems that provide an escape route from modern slavery and establish a life of freedom. Next on 211.org, Jobs plus Employment. Whether you're looking to re-enter the workforce, upgrade your job, or find a new career, databases at each 211 location can help connect job seekers with the employers who need them. Search available job listings in your area, find occupational and vocational training, and learn about programs that offer career counseling and resume preparation assistance. You can also find information about temporary work, day labor opportunities, and disability and special needs services. 211 empowers you to be your own advocate by providing you with resources that explain the employment rights as well as which unemployment benefits you are entitled to. 211 is also your connection to education opportunities in your area. Are you looking to prepare for your GED test, learn about community colleges and continuing education programs, or find out about tuition loans and grants that are available to you? 211 can provide information about ESL education and literacy programs for children and adults. You'll also find information about early learning initiatives for preschool age children and after-school enrichment programs for students in kindergarten through high school. The road to a successful future starts with 211.org. Next on 211.org, REENTRY. Next on 211.org is REENTRY. 211 is committed to supporting all members of the community, including people coming out of correctional, alcohol, and drug treatment, and mental health facilities. Whether you're going through a lifestyle transition or looking for a fresh start, 211 REENTRY portal is designed to help you successfully establish personal and professional stability within their community. If you need help with housing, employment, getting your GED, child care, staying drug-free, gender transition, or any other aspect of reentry, contact them. If you're looking to move past a history of mental illness or substance abuse, turn to 211 for access to support and wellness programs, individual and group counseling, safe housing options, and education opportunities in your community. If you've been incarcerated, assistance is available to you even before you are released. 211 has resources to help you complete essential identification, documentation, and find safe housing options where you can reside upon release. They can also help you learn about your rights as well as your obligations. Connect with support groups in your area and talk to a counselor about steps you can take to plan your future. Starting from the first critical hours post-incarceration, you'll find resources to help you put together a clean professional wardrobe and establish personal contact information, such as phone and email. 211 puts you in touch with services that help you live independently, complete your education, manage your money, and remain drug-free, because they believe that everyone deserves respect and a fair chance. And lastly, 211.org offers veterans. 211 is dedicated to supporting those who serve our country, including active members of the U.S. military, members of the National Guard and Reserve, veterans, and their families. They are there to help you navigate the extensive benefits and services available to you, including healthcare support, financial assistance and counseling, legal assistance, and educational support. They can put you in touch with agencies that can help you and your family relocate to a new city or a new home, cope with the stress of logistics of a deployment, or transition back into civilian life. 211 offers information on home loans, job training, employment assistance, and career counseling, veterans benefits, child care, and financial advice and planning. They can connect you and your loved ones with support groups that help manage the emotional challenges associated with military service. Their confidential services can help you find resources to combat homelessness or locate food service programs in your area. If you or your family doesn't have enough to eat, 211 can help you find support for problems with drug and alcohol abuse, assistance in safely leaving domestic violence situations, and PTSD. You served our country. 211 is here to serve you. They are grateful for your service to our country, and they are proud to be a safe and confidential resource for you any time of the day or night.